Campus. What's happening at the University of Johannesburg right now, Maakgeketla?
A very good afternoon to you, Keshni. Yes, indeed, we are just outside the gates of the University of Johannesburg's APK campus, where earlier on we saw some violence break out between, of course, the students as well as the security personnel. And that's when we understand, of course, that's because graduations are underway on the main campus here. So apparently the security personnel, of course, they were told not to allow any sort of protest by the Fees Must Fall students or protesters here on main campus. And that's, of course, when we saw security personnel pushing out students and students coming out of the gates running. And of course, we saw rocks being thrown by the students. On the other side, security personnel pepper spraying the students. And of course, now we understand that the students, some of them have actually dispersed, and they're currently regrouping and trying, of course, to come together and go on with that particular protest. But during that particular scuffle, of course, I managed to actually get one of the students to speak to us about what was going on the inside the campus, because media is totally not allowed on the campus. And he's going to speak to us right now, one of the victims, Lungisani, just pardon me with your surname. Lungisani, you were just inside there, and of course we saw you coming out running when you're trying to avoid the security personnel. Could you just tell us about your experience onto the main?
Oh, thank you for having me. We started off, it was around 8 of us who were standing by the fountain. Just 8 of us were singing songs and not provoking anyone, not being violent. Then the security, it was a riot police. They approached us first and told us to move. 8 people, riot police coming, and we asked them, what are we doing wrong? We're standing here. Then they told us that we must be off campus, we're not allowed to stand here. After that, we maintained our position and stood there. Then after that, out of nowhere, they proceeded to pepper spray us indiscriminately. Whether you're doing something wrong or whether they're doing something, they just pepper sprayed everyone. Even there's a student who actually trying to avoid, these are students who are not even part of us, who are trying to go. He fell off a high-rise area, he actually collapsed and fainted. I also got pepper sprayed. A lot of people, even girls, were crying. So it was violent. I think they were trying to show us that even if it's 8 of you, we'll pepper spray you so more students don't come. But that didn't stop us students gathered, because we were here to voice our concerns, not to be violent. No property has been destroyed on campus.
So do you think that the university is actually violating your rights as students to come here and study?
Very much so, because we can't even protest. Like right now, if I was standing on campus close to the bus station, just standing outside, were 2 of us, we were told to disperse. We can't stand in crowds of 2. We're not violent, nothing. I think our rights are being violated by the way we're treated. I saw witness students being beaten up by the security that has been outsourced by the university, which I don't think it's even legal to beat up a student. And there are threats. A lot of students are out there voicing their concerns that were being threatened and beaten up by the university. But the security...
We do apologize for that. We look to have lost that link with our reporter, Maakgeketla Mohlabe. He was, of course, bringing us up to speed on the student protests that are happening at the University of Johannesburg campuses. What we can garner from what Maakgeketla has told us, it's calm but tense at the University of Johannesburg campuses right now. Students have dispersed but are seen regrouping, and the graduation ceremony is proceeding on campus right now. Let's move on to some other news.